Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We are back to another edition of Sessions with Stef. The beer is ready.
So's the cold water.
I don't know why I just did that, but I figured I'd do a different intro this time, so why not? Usually I just start saying how much I love doing the show, and I'm going to say that anyways. I love doing this show, guys. This is a show I interview musicians. Some of them I know, some of them I don't, some of them I just met, and I love it. Whether I've known them for 20 years or I've known them for 2 minutes or 10 minutes, I love it because I even if I've known them for years, I find out things I never knew because I never really get a chance. You know, we meet, we have a rehearsal, we talk for 10 minutes. Now we talk for an hour and we talk about all kinds of stuff. We talk about the business, the music business, and life, and we have a good time. We laugh. So I love doing the show. Sessions with Stef has a sister podcast called Let's Talk It Out with Lisa and Francesca, and we can hear Lisa's voice right now.
Hello.
There it is, and we can hear Francesca's voice. She's somewhere there.
Hello.
Yes, she has to yell because the mic is far, but yes, they have a podcast which is really cool. Check it out on Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify, everywhere. Just like Sessions with Stef. Go subscribe. Let's Talk It Out and Sessions with Stef, guys. Subscribe every Wednesday. Something comes out. And it's amazing. Obviously, this show is not cheap to put together, so we need sponsors. And luckily, we have some sponsors. And we thank them. Guys, I really appreciate you sponsoring the show. Definitely helps us because it is not easy. There's a lot of work for this. So I'm going to thank them. The first one, of course, Francesca, yell again. It's Fearless Sounds. As always, she has been there since day one. Francesca Sacerdoti and Fearless Sounds. She is a publicist. She does marketing for any artist, for any band. She does, obviously, publicity. She does playlist placement. I just like saying that. I like the sultry sound of my voice saying playlist placement. You know, her company does... She helps musicians, especially musicians and acts, because we don't give a shit about that stuff. We want to play.
Facts.
We want to be on stage. Right. We want to be writing music. We want to be in studio. We don't want to think about our Facebook post and how to get the song on Spotify or on this playlist. And she does it all for you. She's also a manager as well. So Fearless Sounds, guys, 514-409-6061 is the phone number. You can find her on, yes, that's the, you're gonna see her logo.
Fearless Sounds.
Her logo is going to be on the screen as well. You can find her on Instagram. You can find her on Facebook. Check it out, Fearless Sounds. Thank you so much. Our next sponsor, who's been with us for quite a while, and it's Nettoyage Diamant. Mr. Anthony Paterno, thank you so much. You guys do amazing cleaning. Residential. It's a cleaning company for residential, corporate. They do after renos, before parties, after parties. They clean any mess you have. They clean any house you have. They clean anything. They do a fantastic job. I will read to you their phone number. It's 514-686-1581. Let me tell you, they do amazing work.
That's really good because my kid's room looks like a tornado in a trailer park.
Nettoyage Diamant. Give them a call. You can find them on nettoyagediamant.com. Nice. Yeah, and trust me, they will fix clean kids' room especially. That's the easiest. Trust me, they've done a lot worse than that. Yeah, exactly. Anthony does great work, guys. The company is amazing. Nettoyage Diamant. nettoyagediamant.com. You can find them all over the place, Instagram, and you'll see the number on the screen as well. Also, another recurring sponsor that we have is Richard Babb Photography. Guys, this guy's awesome. Check out his Instagram page at Richard_Babb_photography. The work is just phenomenal. I look at it and it's like, wow, man.
What is 2 B's or 1 B?
2 B. 2 B's. To be or not to be. 2 B's. For Richard Babb Photography. It's amazing. His Instagram is amazing. You can find him everywhere. He specializes in cosplay. He specializes in fine arts. He does editorials. He also does, fantasy, which is quite intriguing, and it's really awesome. Check out Richard Babb Photography. The work is amazing. You get a glimpse on Instagram. Hire him for anything you need, any type of photography, especially what he specializes in.
I'm learning a lot of things. Like, one, I knew that Francesca did a lot for musicians. I didn't know about the extra publicist stuff, and like learning.
Yeah, you see,
like really good buddies, right?
There you go.
Number 2, somebody who can clean up that trailer park if a disaster. It's amazing. And if you're telling me everything that this guy can do,
yeah,
bro, bro, honestly, if you can make this look like Wolverine, it's not digging it, all right?
You got it covered.
Like, I can shave this and get the sideburns going, but, like, you got to do the front and the claws. Just saying, I'll bring the cigar. It's on me.
He can do it. Give him a call. He can do it. It's phenomenal.
At least on socials, I don't have to be bald anymore.
There you go. I'm
good.
getting there, so don't worry. It's slowly, because I used to have hair till here.
Keep it
Now
as long as you can.
I'm trying, man.
Dude, my kids see pictures of me when I was like in my early 20s or like my mid 20s even, right? Like I'm like hair down here. It's like, when were you a girl? It's like no. And my little one is very, very blonde, like I used to be, and she's like, Daddy, it's my hair. It's like, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it was.
It was. You took it. I'm not allowed publicly to say they made me bald, but
There you
like.
go. So, guys, without further ado, I mean, obviously, you can tell it's going to be a great interview. If you can feel the vibe, I feel it from a mile away. We just met.
He'll just post the name later. You guys can read it.
It's coming. No, it's definitely coming. So, guys, singer-songwriter, guitar player extraordinaire. It's Mr. Ray Howard.
He's throwing a lot of words in there that I didn't pay him to say. He's just making this up.
No, he is, you know what? And I can tell, being a musician, he grabbed the guitar for 10 seconds. And I was like, all right, we're good. I already know, right? We just met, but I feel the vibes. Super guy. And now I love this because I'm going to get to know him a lot more. And we're going to have a good chat.
Bible. You're going to need
get
it at the end,
a Bible. I'm going to bring up the name of your...
Why, Lord?
Why
did
name?
you bring this? The power of Christ compels me. The power of Christ compels me.
So, Ray.
Yeah.
Vinyl Hero. Is that your main focus?
And
you start off. I hit right away, man.
Hit
I'm
right
like,
away.
Pow,
Yeah,
let's go for this.
It's without the tattoo showing it off because I don't have one yet for it. Yeah, it is. It's just for especially given the age that I am, which you can't tell, and I'm gonna keep it that fucking way. It's funny. No one's ever asked that. Is it the main thing? It is the main thing. I think just playing it is my main thing. It's always been my main thing, right? Like my bass player and I have been together fucking longer than most Hollywood couples, for that matter. So
hold that thought.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna get there. Now I'm gonna go through.
Almost
a history lesson.
That's where my main thing is.
Okay, so Ray is the lead singer and guitar player of Vinyl Hero, and let me tell you, I checked out their stuff. Wow. So we're gonna talk about that because I was like, oh yeah, man, I'm digging this. This is great. So I mean, how did it all begin? Was it from as a child? Was it the guitar? Was it the singing?
I grew up in a musical family. Like I got uncles that were like either in country or like just like killer session musicians or in demand or especially when it came to the Quebec side of stuff, right? Like I didn't come to Quebec till I was about 3 or 4 as a kid. But like I had some uncles and some family that were here for a long time. So one of my uncles is more of a country musician and songwriter and just been doing that forever. My other uncle Joey was there was a Quebec show called Epopee Rock back in the day, and the Stardust and stuff like that. He was doing that. He was like the main musician there. He was high demand session musician as well. Can play whatever you think I can do on a guitar, he can do with 18 instruments. Like not even like thinking twice, and it's just like
he's one of those. I hate that.
Right?
Good.
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
I'm with
He really
you.
is one of those
I'm with
guys.
you. Okay.
And back in the mid-late 80s when they used to do the Tommy Hunter show in Verdun Auditorium, my grandmother at the time was one of the producers for the show.
Your grandmother?
My grandmother.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. And
I'm thinking of my grandmother.
Yeah.
She's 98. She doesn't remember if I'm like, what the fuck?
And
That's awesome.
if they didn't have an opening act, my mom would like just go open the show and like sing Patsy Cline tunes, right? So,
oh my god.
Yeah. So again, like I grew up like everybody in my family either is or was a musician at some point. Like I got an uncle in Alberta who's a trucker and a Mormon minister on occasion, but like when he was a kid, played drums. And I mean, like my uncle is a country musician. One of his sons is a drummer. A couple of others play guitar and bass. One played guitar for a bit, but he decided to go into like computer and robotics and makes a lot more money doing that. So
he's got the best rig around.
Yeah, he's got the best rig around the world. Can you make this into like a Marshall sound? It's like no. It's like well, I tried. So as far as like the musical upbringing and stuff like that, it was that's what it was.
Okay.
I played guitar, and I had a couple little guitars and a little bit of drums when I was like from about 4 to 7, and then lost it. And then at the end of 13, my grandmother and my mom got me like an electric guitar, and I was really pissed off for Christmas. And I was really pissed off about it because I was like, these aren't drums. Like, this isn't drums.
Sweet.
It's like, yes, but this has a volume control on it. I'm like, you think this is going to stop me? Like, that was my response. But I was like, all right, let's do this shit, right?
Do it.
And my first guitar lesson came about right before my 14th birthday.
Okay.
And dude was like, and my grandmother was helping out with everything at the time. And dude's telling my grandmother, it's like, well, he's got the potential to be a great blues guitar player. And I was like, blues? Oh, God, no. And at that point, I was like listening to like, you know, like older, not the John Mayall Clapton days, like just Cream, right? Where like it was just Angry Marshall or whatever, and like some of his pop stuff like Pilgrim and shit, right?
Yeah.
And then like I had like Aerosmith Big Ones and Nine Lives, and I was rocking the Guns N' Roses like Live Era and User Illusions and all that stuff. And I was going like, no man, I want to be fucking heavy like those guys. And they're like, Chief, you really need to re-educate yourself. So then like somebody turned around and gave me this CD and that CD and that CD, and like I went and I was like, and then like all like, they're like Joe Perry and Slash and Clapton, they're like, yeah, and then like everything in my life just shattered completely. I was like,
wow,
oh fuck, they're blues guys. Shit.
They all come from there, yeah.
So then everything kind of had to reassess itself, and then at one point, because you know, like growing up, most of us grew up. Well, not most of us, but I grew up broke, so like whatever. And I didn't have a CD player at the time, and but I did have a cassette player. And at one point, I got fed up of, and so about a year and a half into the guitar lessons and everything, and they changed my teacher like 7 times over in 6 months. I'm like, there's only so many times you can teach me a fucking G chord. Like my mom taught me that before I walked in. Like, dude. Yeah. Like, you're not showing me anything great here, right? So I just got, like, fed up. I went to this place I used to go to for, like, you know, like, fast, like, hot dogs and shit. And just grabbed whatever money I had, and they still had, like, this Music World. I don't know if everybody remembers Music World when they were open. Yeah.
Totally.
Right?
I love it.
Even before long before HMV closed.
Yeah.
So they had this bin of boxes of cassettes that had, like, you know, 2 for $5. And I'm scrolling through that, and I found Appetite for Destruction, and I found Van Halen 1.
Oh.
And then like I went back because it was mid-afternoon. I went back the next day to school, and I was showing one of the guys. He's like, "Yeah, man, if you want to learn that stuff, just tune your guitar half a step down." I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck he meant. No idea what he meant. Like I'm still like, it's like 440, and this is a G chord, right? And I feel like such a loser. And then I was like, why? Like I bought the DVD of the You Lose Your Illusion. Yeah. I was like trying to play Don't Cry, and I'm like, I'm playing an A minor. But he's playing an A minor, but my A minor doesn't sound like his minor.
That.
WTF is going on, people? And then, like, I went back to talk to the same guy at school. He's like, yeah, dude, you got to tune your guitar half a step down. What the fuck does that mean?
Or take this capo.
And then, he grabbed his tuner and plugged in my guitar, and, like, he dropped it half step. He's like, I'm like...
yeah.
And from that moment on, like, I just didn't look back, right? And so... From then on, it was just like whatever I could learn from like the better guitar players at school. And then lo and behold, come 19 years old, I start working at Steve's music store where,
you can't learn
like
faster
as much.
than
Well,
that.
that's the thing. As much as like I got a lot of friends that I'm jealous of that like went to Vanier or went to McGill for the music program and all that stuff. It's like, you like playing guitar? Yeah. You want to keep playing guitar? Yeah. Don't do that shit. So I was like, okay, but I mean, like, I could get a job. You can get a job either, if you're lucky, a Celine Dion's guitar player or, like, teaching. Is that what you want to do? I'm like, and I know Celine Dion's guitar player, and he's a fucking monster.
He's a beast,
Jeff, I love you. Yeah. But no, that's, like, really not my gig. That's not the gig I want. You know, if Avril calls or whatever, I will be more than happy. Avril, if you see this.
Yeah. Please.
You know, one of you ladies that needs a guitar, anybody needs a guitar player, I'm here, whatever.
And you know that Francesca's going to be your publicist.
Sorry. Francesca's going to publicize this shit. I'm waiting. I need one. So, but like, you know, there wasn't a university that I could have gone to learn that stuff, right? And like, I mean, like, I met, hands down, City doesn't even cover it, like some of the best fucking musicians you will
for sure
ever encounter as far as guitar players, bass players, drummers, keyboard players, piano players, jazz singers, whatever. Like, they all worked there. I think I am lucky enough to say that I worked at the Steve's at the old Steve's on St. Antoine, like during like
that's the only one I know.
The last gas of like the old school crew, where like you know, it was either called Ray or asshole half the time. So like, you know, it's like, but it was cool because like with that one manager, we were all asshole, and on the days where like everybody was like,
did you know Julio?
The
buyer, head
yes,
head
of course,
buyer.
yeah, I knew.
He was best buddy. He was my dad's best buddy, so I kind of grew up.
I was also there the day they got the news that he had passed away.
Yeah,
so like that was a rough day.
That hurt us. Yeah,
that was a rough day in the store.
Yeah,
but like dude, best guitar lessons, best life lessons I ever got. Like I walked in there a fucked up kid, and I walked in a fucked up kid,
fucked up,
and I walked out like a semi more fucked up almost adult. So like it was
gotcha.
You know, but it was. But like the players that I got to learn from, like there's even one guy to this day, if you ever see him, his name is Sam Orsini. And as much as I can talk about all the big name guitar players that influenced me, my buddy Jay from that place, who is now the manager at the current, like he's a bass player and also had gone to university as like a study composition, right? And he always used to tell me, like when I was a kid and I'd go there and like just busting, like, can I try this guitar? Can I try this guitar? He's like, look, I know you can't afford any of this shit, so I'll make you a deal. You come in anytime you want, but the week before, you have to ask me a song to learn or a riff to learn. I was like, okay. So he gave me like Motley Crue riffs, but he gave me the obscure ones. Like, not like, you know, like, don't learn fucking Dr. Feelgood. Learn Sticky Sweet or Rattlesnake Shake or something like
why?
Crap, right? Or like he'd be like, yeah, you like the album Girls, Girls, Girls? No, well, you got to learn Dancing on Glass. I was like,
nice.
Man, fucking Mick Mars doesn't even remember how to play Dancing on Glass. He wrote the song. That's not fair. But like one time came in, he's like, which one do you want? The Les Paul Custom. He's like, which amp? The Hughes and Kettner. He's like, you even got the bend right. Not bad. So when I started working there, he'd be the first guy I'd show all my riffs to, and he'd be like, you're lucky because you got in at the last gas of like, because of the time you were born in.
Yeah.
You got to observe, and so can all of the old school, and you're just going to find ways to adapt to the new. So I'm still trying to figure out ways to adapt to the new. Like right now, my whole thing is next year, maybe a Line 6 Helix. We're working.
All the guys I work with right now?
All Helix or Kempers, right? So like,
it's mind you, they all say the same thing. Doesn't replace the amp.
Nope. But
it'll never replace the amp.
It gets close.
It gets close enough that I'm not carrying... all this stuff. Yeah. But again, if you're gonna go play the Bell Center with Avril, you're putting 100 of those fucking amps there.
I want my 5150.
Right. That's right.
But you know.
Speaking of which, now, I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, dude, we could be here until like 3 a.m.
We're talking, and I'm here. I see and hear the passion. Now I want them to see and hear the passion.
Oh crap! Already? Okay,
are you good to play a song?
I can play a song.
I know you can probably play. I'm gonna have to stop you at a certain point. And I love that.
Maybe I could.
I love that.
Any requests? Like...
Oh. First song you learn? No. There once was a fading.
It was a really bad version of Satisfaction. So I was like,
oh. Not that song's overplayed, right?
No, at all. Like it was just the E.
Yeah, I play in a 60s English rock, British rock tribute band, right? And so
lots of Beatles.
It's lots of Beatles, lots of Stones, and like we almost have to end off every gig with Satisfaction. It's crazy because we love doing the gig, and then it's like Satisfaction. It's like love the song. It's like I played it every gig for the past 20 years.
Absolutely,
whatever.
No, I what was it? Since we're on the Stones, so maybe not the whole song, but like a portion of it, right? Like the we were playing a gig in Oshawa, Ontario. It was Oshawa. About 3-4 years ago, before the pandemic. So we're playing in Oshawa, and you know, when you're doing like the traveling gigs, you want to bring enough that you'd be like, oh, okay, I'm good, I'm covered, but then you don't want to bring too much. It's like, I don't want to carry that shit. Like, fuck it,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
So one night we're playing in Oshawa, and my drummer, like, the one time he decides not to bring a spare snare, right? Just goes to hit the fucker, like, pack. So he's doing the rest of the song or whatever. So like, all right, cool. So like, we're getting ready to start the next song. So I'm like, and I'm kind of in my zone. And I'm looking at like whatever crowd is there, just like, and then like my bass player's like, and like I turn around, and he's just like, So he's trying to signal the drummer from the other band to bring us a spare snare and whatever. And so I'm just there like... Childhood living, easy to do. You gotta do it with the Mick Jagger face too. Things you wanted when I bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know how I am. Well, you know I can't let you slide through my hands. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. So I learned quickly that night that when in doubt, fucking wild horses saves your ass, because especially if it came after the whole yeah, and you're just like, so the next song is just like, dude, he's
Snare. Yeah. Whatever. And it's like,
yeah, it's just like, is that fucking Rolling Stone? It's like, go for it, Ray. Go nuts, you know. So you know, like that's kind of where it's at.
I love that, by the way. That's great. And you just pulled that out of the hat, right? Like just as we're talking.
I've played it so many times, even at that like even like doing the bar gigs or the cover nights or whatever. Everybody's just like, "What's your set list?" I'm like, "Did I send you a list of songs?" Yeah. Well,
whatever. It's all there.
You know, just be like, if it's a new guy and breaking in or whatever, be like, you know, we're gonna start with Hotel California. We'll do this, and then we'll like just wing it for the rest of the night. Not wing it in the sense of we don't know the songs, but like, if it's not like your band or, you know, like if you go see like what is it, like go see Guns N' Roses or Aerosmith, like, man, that set list is fucking preordained. Everybody, you can't not, you know, and as much as...
Actually, I saw Metallica once. They asked the crowd. They asked, "What do you guys want to hear?" By Cheers, yeah. And
no, like a couple songs here and there. But I mean, like, you know, you go see like, you know, Metallica for a 2.5 hour set. There's like the 10 minutes, like pick two. That's it. You got it.
Encore 1, Encore 2, Encore 3.
That's about it, right?
Yeah.
But like, you know, just the gigging sense, it's just like, you know, like you pick up songs, you end up doing it so much that
it's there.
You know, even at that, most of the guys I play with is like, there's nothing written. There's no like, here, we're gonna do these songs tonight. I'd be like, all right. It's like, you know any Cyndi Lauper? Yeah, okay. It's like
time after time.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, so, and then out of nowhere, it's like, I will be waiting. You know, like just like fucking.
I never realized it was that high.
It's like fuck. It's like a dude doing that shit too, right? So it's like whatever. So you get, you know, like out of the hat. I don't know. I think it's just like so part of me. Like Keith Richards is a part of me, right? Yeah. So it's just like.
Now here's a question: the voice.
Yeah.
You got a fucking kick-ass voice, dude.
Okay, thanks.
Is that because obviously you've worked the guitar.
Yeah.
Is the voice just a natural thing? Did you work it? Is it something you consciously said?
I think I work I have to work my voice a lot more than the guitar part, right? Like.
Okay, so you're normal.
Fuck, man. No, look, it's even at that. I never wanted, let alone a guitar player. I never wanted to be a singer either, right? Like I wanted to play drums. And then when it was a guitar, I just wanted to be Slash. Give me a wireless and a Les Paul. Let me run all over the stage and just be like. That's all I want. And then high school came around and we were doing a variety show. And we lost our singer for whatever reason. Like the other guy who was like 3 times I was like, go sing. We're like,
okay.
Time
after time. No,
and we're doing like knocking on heaven. I think we're doing knocking on heaven's door, and it was just like, and it was like, everyone was like, dude, like one of the teachers came back to both shows on Saturday to see you, and I was just like, fucking why? You know, it's just like, it's still, you know, and I know I don't put out crap or anything like that, but like I don't. I don't want to get overly, because like at any point it's gone, it's over, it's done. I could wake up tomorrow and like my voice is over, kind of thing. So like for but also I do exert myself. I do, I'm a very big Dr. Green Thumb myself, but I mean, and sometimes I overdo it. But then on the other hand, it's just like there's a lot of honey and ginger and ginseng and vocal warm-ups and stuff. And I'm always, and like the raspy part was always like, like when I was 16 and I was getting better at guitar and whatever, and Johnny Lang came out, I was like, finally somebody else who sings like a fucking 40-year-old. I was like, yes!
Who smokes seven cigarettes a minute.
Love me. I was like,
what?
It's like, he looks like a Ken doll. How's he doing that? So I was like, fuck, that's cool. And
sweet. So
and then it just developed, and then like I'd found like throughout my time, I found like like one of the jazz singers I used to work with at Steve's was a vocal coach, and then I'd found a lady from a university who is teaching piano and vocal and operatic stuff as well, just to get like
tips.
Like more tips than anything else, because no matter what they say, it's just like it's exactly like a muscle. It's like I'm sure there's a warm up you could do to your hand to kind of make your dexterity whatever, but it's like,
well, they have those squeezy things.
Sure, but I mean like ultimately the best practice you're gonna get it.
Play.
Like you want to be able to get your fingers to do that, like 7th fret or
100%.
It's just that. So I mean,
it's like doing scales. I took classical piano. I mean, I used to. My dad was my teacher, and I was like, I fucking hate this. In every key, do this scale.
Those are my uncles for like.
Right, I hate it.
Exactly.
Years later, it's like, oh my god, thank God, because when you do it in your sleep.
Well, that's the thing, and it's like I didn't learn any of like the. Like, like I go back every now and then. Okay, that's a Phrygian scale. Okay, cool. Like whatever, right?
You did it another way.
I did it another way, where like
like
even one of the places I used to work at, I worked with this kid in the warehouse who was a monster, like shred head, right? But like he'd watch some of the stuff I do. It's like, man, you're playing a really cool Lydian scale right there. I'm like, who the fuck is Lydian?
What is
Lydian? What does that mean?
That's because this works for you.
But so even at that, it took a long time before I realized, like there are certain things that like just to grab it or like put like. A structure together, like the writing part, putting music together, like a piece of music together came easier to me than writing lyrics or singing or whatever. And now with the singing part, it was like, even as a singer, like I'm still working on both all the time. Even when I got to hang out with our sponsor Francesca, even on the vocal bit, like one thing I told her is just like when you go to the gym and like you got like, you're gonna lift like fucking like, you're gonna bench 300 today, right? It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
You know what? Sometimes you got to take your voice. Like right now, my thing is to be able to do like the whole like accent, like like on command, but like to get it to go back to being like right on fucking par, on command, clean, on thing, and I don't sound like I'm gonna die at the next. So
that gave me goosebumps, by the way. Whatever.
It's like every now, like I what was it? I did at a bar gig. I pulled out crying from Aerosmith one time, and like. My wife was sitting there. She's looking at me like, "The fuck did that come from?" I'm like, "I have no idea." It's hot. I was just going like, "Oh man, that's gonna dip." It's like, no, it's like these words you've gone inside. I was like, "Okay, hey, where you love should start, yeah."
That's at the high, too.
But it's really really high. So like even if like you go on like 7 Days on a Train or any of our like recent stuff that we've like just put up
we're gonna talk about singles.
If you're hearing like a really high Axl voice, that's me.
Totally.
But like the voice, the raspy sober Joe Cocker thing, that was always there. That's just the way I sound.
Fuck, you said Joe Cocker. You look like him,
dude. I was ready minus the.
Yeah, exactly. But you totally have the vibe and voice.
What would you do if I sang out of tune?
Oh my God, this is money.
Like I'm just saying. Like I kind of like whenever I see those old Joe Cocker videos, right? I kind of think of like Will Ferrell and Harry when he did Harry. It's like if the moon was made of blue cheese, would you eat it? It's just like I kind of picture like if they could have had Joe Cocker like doing Weekend Update on SNL, said, "Lend me your ear and I'll sing you a song," something like that. But
that was awesome.
No, the voice thing I'm always working on, and like I've been abundantly busy with, keeping the business flowing so I can keep the music flowing at the same time. So like I'm a little out of practice and stuff. So the bar gigs and like the you know, everything else is kind of helping out with that. But like my main thing is like I'm always working on the voice. I'm always trying to just.
Good thing is you work on the voice probably with your guitar in hand.
I do, and then there's other times I don't. Like my car ride to work or home is like is kind of like the.
Yeah.
Like, that's where, like, you know, I'll warm up, scratch it up, fuck it up, destroy it or whatever, do a lot of water and tea or Red Bull or whatever, just get it back to, like...
Yeah, where you feel good,
like, you know, and then, like, just the warm-up, like, I'll always be trying to hit notes of, like, singers I shouldn't necessarily be trying to do, right? Like, well, even at trying to do it, it's like trying to do it is kind of where you get there. Like I could never do Chris Cornell songs before, and then like, well, you know, you start opening up to like, you know, I can almost sound like him doing like a Stone or whatever, but then like, you know, it's like it'll still sound like me because I just end up sounding like me. Yeah. But on the warm up part, like believe it or not, you guys in your previous interview, you were talking about the damn truth, and like the friends of mine, like I'll warm up to her. You know, like I'll be like, my heart is cold. You know, like for you, my dear. You know, like I was telling the guitar player, he's like, you warm up to Leah. I was like, yeah. Like, you know,
she's great singer.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Yeah,
they're fantastic. We just did a gig together on Friday. We did an unplugged gig last Friday in Repentigny. So I went with my drummer and myself, and then Tom and Leela were doing their thing. I learned in a really, really horrible way. I don't remember the verses to "You Can't Always Get What You Want from the Stone." Like the chorus is no problem, and like to get your prescription drugs. Other than that, it was just like, yeah, I'll just do the "You Can't Always Get What You Want." You know, just they're just sitting there. I'm like going like, if I don't have a guitar, I don't know what the fuck to do with myself. Okay, like I am very much a Keith Richards. I am nowhere near a Mick Jagger. It's just like I wouldn't be able to do whole like peacock dance.
But you got
dude. Even if you ever come see me do karaoke, it looks like a hold this for a second. It kind of looks like yeah. It looks like Jim Morrison forgot how to stand, or someone's like bring on to the other side, you know, or like Krusty the Clown doing like.
You guys know this? That's my one chord on guitar.
Woohoo! I thought we were busting into Patience, but
yeah. But yeah. Anything with a string, I have.
Anything with a string.
I don't touch. All right. So, I mean, look, I checked out Vinyl Hero.
Yeah.
I checked out some videos.
Yeah.
Fucking cool shit, man.
Thank you.
I don't know where to begin. I'm going to begin with okay.
Go slow.
In 2016,
yeah,
you released 7 Days on a Train.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, after that, so how many songs is on 7 Days on a Train? 5 songs. That's the beginning of
that was the beginning of that lineup. Like the band's been together for like longer than I care to admit in real human years.
Okay.
But like as far as like our current drummer, when he joined, I was very much the vein of like wanting to change the name because it wasn't the same band anymore. Like we were playing some of the same older songs or whatever, but it wasn't the same band anymore. It wasn't like he took a long time before he like appeared in our lives and in the sound and did whatever. But like once he did, like, well, that's why we're just down to the three of us, and it's just so far that's kind of been the way it is. Despite as much as we've had the couple other guitar players, and I love those guys dearly. In a perfect world, we'd be like the Foo Fighters and be like, you're getting a triple guitar assault, and you have no idea how much this is gonna fuck you up.
Bon Jovi was a 5-piece band, but like now they're 11 on stage.
Yeah, exactly. Right, like whatever, except like you know, both guys are like a Phil X kind of thing, right? Like everybody's a Phil X in the band, so that'd be kind of my thing, right? But
so the drummer basically
the drummer changed the topography of it all, right? So like
he made your sound. He
just finished it, gotcha. And it was a really weird time because at that time with the drummer that was in the band right before he showed up, we had recorded like a 10 or 12 song album that will never see the fucking light of day. Because like he was just like, well, I listened to it and the songs are really cool, but like the mixing and the mastering and everything is kind of like really off on it. So like you can't release that. And like I was just, what the fuck are you talking about? And I went back and listened to it. I was going like, well, that's like $3,000 I'm never gonna get back. Oh my god. Yeah. But then we got our shit together, and then we did 7 Days on a Train, and
Where do you find it? Is that on that's like on all?
So pretty much. I know we're not supposed to talk about like Spotify that much
No,
anymore
you're good.
because okay, well I don't have it. I have a lot against Spotify, but I don't have a lot against Spotify either. Like I'm just like
Yeah.
my whole side note, my whole beef about Spotify and like everybody's like, well, you know the Neil Young thing. I'm like, look, man, they've been fucking us since day one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number two. And they fucked us even bigger time when they gave all of the money they ripped off of musicians and gave to Joe Rogan for his podcast.
Yeah.
All right. And as much as I can listen to it and enjoy Rogan or whatever, it's like now wasn't the time to be pissed off. 2-3 years ago, that was the time to be pissed off and making your protest.
Gotcha. Yeah.
My only real gripe with them is that for a company who makes that much money off musicians, how dare you ask people to pay for a premium thing?
Yeah.
You know what? Like, just give me. You're monitoring my phone. You know I don't go for any of your stupid advertisements. Just give me the fucking skip all I want for free.
Yeah.
Let me listen to my playlist and I'm happy, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, you can find all of it on Spotify
Apple
with
Music.
with a couple of the recent singles we put out. There's a new single coming in September.
Awesome.
Or early October. We're still on the debate about that one, but one's coming before the year ends and yeah.
So now
Anywhere you find music, type in the name, you'll find it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
post a link and all of that stuff
for
for sure. So where did you get now? First of all, Sledgehammer. You did a version of Sledgehammer. I loved the video. It was great. Who came up with that idea? You guys got to check this out. On actually, I'm gonna put some of the video on this
Sure.
podcast.
Go for it.
You'll see what it looks phenomenal.
Go
It
for it.
sounds great.
Where
did you get that idea?
Honestly, that one was all was mostly my my drummer and my bass player. Like one had the whole we didn't even get to my idea, which would have been like just like a slapstick comedy. Like my version of like Sledgehammer was like all of us playing with like toy instruments
Which is big now.
and breaking it because like a sledgehammer, right? Like I was
break-
trying
yeah.
like the real meaning of the song versus where I wanted to take it was like very two different fucking directions, right? It's like, what do you mean? It's like, what's the song about? Like, you know, it's like, yeah, you can't make that video. So, but like, you know, my drummer had the idea of like, I want to make it look like we're playing inside of a heart, like we're the beat of the heart and stuff like that. Okay. And my bass player, because it was during that weird lull of like, we're in lockdown, but not in lockdown, but could be in lockdown, and like, something to do with fucking lockdowns. Anyway, he was just like, well, what, you know, like, because everybody's doing, like, you know, like, the jam videos and the feeds and everything, so what if we show everybody, like, wearing the t-shirt, and, like, we give them, like, and as a payment, like, you know, if they were in the video, we gave them a t-shirt and all this stuff. I was just like, okay, sure, whatever. Like, you know, I was very much, like, on board for the whole, like, I was just, and I was being the sour, like, little brother, right, because I'm the youngest of the three of us, and I was being the sour little brother, like, you didn't even want to hear my idea, you didn't even fucking ask to be like, well, Ray, what do you think we should do? And I was just like, whatever. So I looked at it this way: if it works, it's awesome. If it fails, it was your idea.
Yeah, even better.
So, like,
You're safe.
that was it. But we got lucky because we had a couple friends that had a spot that had a green room, so all of that was done green screen.
Nice.
You know, and then we all, and as far as the people in the video with like the t-shirt and everything like that, we went out, like we all had to go like fucking Navy SEAL our way out of there and be like, are you willing to be around me without a mask for like all of 5 minutes? I've had my one dose. Don't worry, I don't care if you've been vaxxed or not. It's for a music video. Okay. Yeah, dude, whatever. Okay, thanks. And then so like we you know, and we went to get everybody, like I went to go get all my buddies from like the scene. I went to get my buddy, my friend Liz Imperiali and Jason Greenberg from you know, defunct Bucket List Montreal, because they're buddies of mine. And they're just wonderful people, and I love them like family. My buddy Simon McKay, who is the drummer of The Agonist, to me, won, like, you know, if there could be anybody that won part of that video, he was the guy that won the video, because he was the only one that's like, do you have to necessarily shoot me from the front? I'm like, no. So you put like the logo on, like the t-shirt on backwards, so you'd see the logo on the back.
Yeah.
But like his shot was of him like taking a piss, like, and I was just like, you win.
That's
like
awesome.
you won. It's like,
You're the guy.
you won. That was killer. But that was pretty much how it happened. And with the same crew, unfortunately, that film crew is no longer together, which is kind of sad. It was different story altogether. But we filmed. I got to write just to make me not so sour. No, I'm kidding. I wrote and directed, and my drummer just finished all the editing and everything. There's been a long, massive delay because a lot of shit's happened in the last 3.5 years, right? But we wrote a mockumentary.
Oh, cool.
And we made a mockumentary that was all about, for the release of Sledgehammer, and was all based around how you can't say certain things when people are being... Like, if this interview was going wrong, it's like, so now about your, like, space and your gender with, you know, like, how do you feel about the government issuing, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you can't, like, there's just certain things no matter what. So, like, that's where we really went with that idea.
Sweet.
We're finally going to release it soon.
Let us know.
I hope it's still funny. Like, I watched it recently after the last edit. I'm going like, I'm still laughing. This isn't, you know, it's a 5-minute mockumentary. I always said one day I'd make a movie or something. This is my step forward to it. So,
amazing. Let us know.
I'll be more than happy. Awesome. But like, you know, it was all kind of attached to that, and so just like the way it happened, and like, you know, Sledgehammer, like, to me, like, I'm always looking for like the heavy song, like the hard, not necessarily like a metal thing, but like, you listen to something like Sledgehammer that's got like 4 flutes and 6 synthesizers and like 18 backup singers or whatever, and I'm just like, how do we do this as a 3-piece band?
You did it, and it's hard.
So like, that's you know, like, that's why I'm still trying to twist the arm of the guys in the band for like, hip to be square, Huey Lewis in the news. Come on, guys, come on,
you
Huey
gotta
Lewis.
do it.
Huey Lewis, come on, guys.
Was it easy getting the rights?
You know what? It was actually.
Because some guys are easy, some guys are hard.
I'm not gonna say it was hard. It was tedious.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah.
Right, because like we had to.
CMRRA, is it still them?
Well, I don't remember who it was necessarily, but we actually had to wait till we recorded. We recorded it. We mixed it. We didn't master it yet. We mixed it. We got it mixed, and then we sent it to the people that control all of Peter Gabriel's whatever. And they sent us back like a lot of positive feedback. They were just like, this is a great rendition. Thank you very much. You have our full support. Please put this out. Yeah, like, we're like,
great, perfect.
Fucking right.
Now,
so
I also noticed Vultures. Oh, I love it. What a song! What a video! What a song! Like, totally impressed. I'm like, what?
See, that one to me is always gonna have like that. That was the one that got us on show.
Okay.
Like, that was the one that got us on like syndicated FM radio stations in Canada. Like, we got onto like 3 or 4 radio stations across Canada on that.
Great tune, and the video. Wow.
The video.
Fuck.
The video is
phenomenal.
Yeah.
I want to say it was.
And also see, like, that's so like where I'm gonna go for a music video is one thing, and honestly, like, when it comes to like audio, like, I'm sure this might be a question later on or whatever, but like, I would love to do like a podcast and like guitar videos, like, hi, welcome to my studio, this is an awkward A chord, you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
That actually was an auger. You're good there.
I need to actually get like a new setup and a new thing, and I just really find the time to sit back and like learn how to edit and make videos and shit. But like,
well, you know what to call.
Huh?
You know what to call. Hey! I love this guy.
Not bad for a bald blonde, right? Yeah. Lost the hair, gained IQ. Look at that shit. So like, you know, and I'm okay with the butting heads for that, because as long as the result is like, the end result is awesome, right?
It's part of the band.
It's like a marriage, right? It's like I'll have the same arguments I have with my wife, I'll have with my bass player. It's the same thing. Yeah. So, you know.
Well, it's true, because when you feel strong, it's your band and it's his band as well, and it's everyone's band.
You know.
So if you feel strongly about it,
also, you feel strongly about it, like you said, and also it's like I'm the front man, I'm the lead singer, I'm the lead guitar player, the lyric writer, one of the main song, whatever, right? But the thing is that, like, you know, bass player in my band, Costa, is like, you know, he's our media guy, he's the promo guy, he's the guy that helps with like everything that makes sure people see what we do. My drummer is like a DIY and an audio visual and a video fanatic and a photography fanatic. Like, that's his thing. You know, like when people need a press release written, the lyrics, the interview, like that's you know, but I also, you know, because I'm a cinephile, I'm a movie buff. Like, you name me a movie, the accent, like, who's the actor? I'll fucking like.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Like, if movies and music could have been math and science when I was a kid, I'd be working for NASA right now. Like, it's
a puzzle, and every member has a piece.
Oh man, you want to? Side note: I totally freaked my wife out with my playlist, right? Because like not only is like Guns N' Roses, right? Not only is there Guns N' Roses in there, but there's a couple of the Slash, like the first solo album with like he had like Ian Astbury and Chris Cornell and Kennedy and everything. Then there's Conspirators, but within Conspirators though, we got Todd Kern, so I got like Age of Electric, Todd Kern solo, Static and Stereo, and then I've got Miles Kennedy, and then his old band, Mayfield 4, Alter Bridge with Slash.
Wow, okay.
Slash the Snake Pit first singer, Slash the Snake Pit second singer, and then like but because of the first singer, well, he was in Alice Cooper's band, so I got like a couple songs from the Alice Cooper band while he was the guitar player. Plus, while he was singing for Imperial Dragon Jellyfish, there's a couple of Jellyfish. Okay. Like I do 6 degrees of separation with it in my playlist. Like that's how much like you're talking like puzzles for music, right? Like I didn't think in, when everybody was like, well, did you ever get the Let Out? It's like, I didn't get the fucking Let Out till I was like 33 years old. As much as like, yeah, but Jimmy Page. I'm like, look, to me, the reason Zeppelin sounds like Zeppelin are the 2 guys named John. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, back to Vultures. So with the video part, since I'll always butt heads, but then like if you look like in the video for like where there's the TV thing, you see a whole bunch of shit on TV, right? Yeah. So the idea was we made mini promo videos because lyrically in Vultures, I literally went and studied and Googled or whatever like actual terms of vultures. Right? So like in the opening line, the kettle lands and suddenly, a kettle is a group of vultures in flight. Okay. Right, nice. I didn't want people going like, "Why would somebody throw a boiling pot of water in the air? Like, what the fuck is that about?" Like no, like I didn't want anybody, awake for vultures is when they're all feeding. Okay. You know what I mean? Gotcha. That's what all.
Can you play the riff? I love this. This is off the cuff, man. Let's do it.
Actually, I side note too, right? So Friday, that gig we did with Tom and Leela, I've been trying to twist my band's arm into doing like a Vinyl Hero acoustic set, right? Like just So I told my drummers like we're just gonna virtually do like a bunch of our songs, like acoustic, some covers, like old songs we don't play anymore. It was like okay, so I start. And like just so, and hopefully this twists your arm enough, guys. Anyway,
love it.
So. Oh, the kettle lands and suddenly, was her on the rise. Them bloody hands and shifty plans is where they like to hide. Once it's said and once it's done, it might just be too late. Them prophecies are flying high, they're one more than their gates. Would you believe it's a lie? Listen, never learned up in time, just to see it all fall. Wait around, just to see it all fall. You wait around. Well, the wig is done, there's nothing left but the bones of what you knew. The committee sits and so it stands with whose truths are coming true. Oh, the kettle saws once again, your ignorance is bliss. We're winding down and locked in tubes and no one will ever miss. Would you believe it's a lie? Listen, never learned up in time, just to see it all fall. Wait around, just to see it all fall. You wait around.
Sweet. Love it, man. Love it. That song rocks, man.
Thanks, brother.
I love it. Love the video, guys. Check it out. That's on YouTube. Of course, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you can stream it. It's all there. But I suggest look at the video. It adds an element to the song, and it's great. The song is great.
I love the video for that song.
Amazing. So here on Sessions with Stef, we do a little game.
Okay.
You didn't know you were going to be part of this, but it's called First Thought.
All right.
So I'm going to ask just a question. First thought that comes to mind.
Okay.
It's like you got a couple of seconds,
Sure.
blurt it out. Some are easy. Favorite food? Or not that easy.
No, man. I like a lot of food. Just because my boss tends to cook it a lot these days, brisket is kind of like...
It's up there.
It's kind of up there.
Really
He
nice.
makes a really good brisket. He makes it hard to go to a barbecue joint now. It's just like, this is drywall with sauce. Alleviate me of this.
Brisket.
Brisket. I'm going to have to go with brisket right now just because...
Most original answer on Sessions with Stef.
This week it's brisket. So
Okay, cool. Hey, good. You win the prize for most original. So we're good. Okay, favorite TV show. Pretty simple. Sometimes it's simple. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. There's... Oh, sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
there might be
you.
another one. Stick around.
Yeah. Look at on Sessions with Stef, you get a show,
Live
and we
audience
have
right behind
we have
the
a
curtain.
live audience right
Woo!
behind it. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to go with Brooklyn Nine-Nine because it's the only thing that doesn't leave my rotation on my Netflix these days. But
Coming soon.
But yeah, like Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, Sons of Anarchy. Family Guy.
Family Guy, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Parks and Rec. It's just like
All right.
You know, that's TV. Side note: TV is usually how I end up getting ideas for songs or whatever.
Just I don't know because I thought of it. I was in Myrtle Beach,
Right.
which is in South Carolina. They have the Simpsons store. The whole store is the Quickie Mart.
I got one at Universal Studios.
Dude, I was like, oh my god, this is
It
awesome.
was hard not to buy an Apu shirt. I was like,
And-
it just says, please come again. I was just like, oh, I want to so bad.
Right next to it, there's a theater, and all they do is play Simpsons shows over and over again. So you go.
Honey,
and
we're
watch
moving
it.
to North Carolina.
It's
I'm
funny.
out of here, man.
All right, okay, so that's good. How's this? Best live show you've seen?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, shit, dude. Okay. I gotta give it to Nine Inch Nails.
Nice. I've heard that.
I have to.
I've heard that.
Like, look, I'm a fan of Nine Inch Nails. Not my favorite band anywhere at all. But honestly, Lights Over North America 2008 or 9 or something like that.
Uh-huh. Blew you away.
Fucking ridiculous, man. It was
Sweet.
ridiculous.
Sweet.
And Robin Fink had just left Guns N' Roses and went back to Nine Inch Nails too. The show was absolutely like on an aspect like visuals, right? Like it's Nine Inch Nails, right?
Yeah.
It was just absolutely crazy. It's hard, man. I just have to go. I like just based off of spectacle. I'm gonna have to give it to Nine Inch Nails. The spectacality of it was redundant.
I love how I've been at a lot of shows.
Yeah.
I love how a live show will change your perspective on a band like that.
Well, look, I was never a really big Hatebreed fan or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Anytime my wife and I have gone to like a heavy metal concert or whatever, Hatebreed ends up being there all the time. We're like, fuck it, we gotta go now, right?
Yeah.
So we've inadvertently seen Hatebreed like 3 times, and every time it's just like it just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
And it's awesome because like the lead singer Jeremy Jaster, right? He's like this little angry redhead guy, and like the final lyric of the song, like covered in thousands of people who are just high, drunk, stoned, sunburned, like just throwing horns out there. He's like, "Fuck your mother!" like just screaming, and then like the crowd goes, "He's like, thank you." It's like that's
It's
awesome.
amazing.
Awesome to see in like perspective of like things you don't expect. Like that's one of those bands where it's like I never thought in a million years
That
like
I would-
I'd be like wow on Hatebreed.
Yeah.
Another band. If you want to be blown away if like you've never seen them live because they're better live than on record.
Yeah.
Twisted Sister.
I would imagine that. Yeah.
D. Snyder live is a fucking beast.
Is he? Yeah.
He's a beast.
See, I don't see that, but
No, dude,
I
like
can-
once it like get past the way JJ French looks or something like that, and like it's just like first of all, for his age, the dude takes off his shirt and he's like more
He's
ripped
like-
than Schwarzenegger. It's like, okay, Gramps, whatever. And I don't mean that in a
Wow.
derogatory way, like in case D. Snyder sees this and I get in trouble or whatever. But like, you know, like just remarkably like in shape for his age. Sounds phenomenal, better than any record I've
Wow.
heard of. You know,
You know, I'm YouTubing tonight. I'm gonna go and watch Twisted Sister on YouTube.
dude, you're
What?
gonna go see some shit live, and you're
Love
gonna
it.
be like,
What the fuck?
yeah,
I
man.
love
I was
that.
there's been tons of bands that I was just like,
What the fuck?
Get out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love it.
One band blew my last
Yeah,
band that blew
go
my
ahead.
mind too. Actually, the singer blew my mind, not the band. Singer blew my mind. Papa Roach.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Pop
Kobe
nice.
Dick,
Yeah.
retarded. Like just like, and I don't mean that in like, you know,
In a
like
bad-
cancel,
yeah.
cancel me in the retarded way or
Yeah.
whatever. I mean like just fantastic.
So good, it's
He's
awesome.
It's like it's mental how great of a singer he is.
Wow.
Like I was just like,
Sweet.
dude, wow, like just phenomenal.
Now I'm gonna fuck you up a bit.
Cool.
Favorite lyric in a song?
This is so tough.
It's such a tough one. Yeah.
Even the dog is.
You know what? Actually, I gotta give it to Gord Downey on that one.
Okay.
All right, as much as I love my Steven Tyler, my Chris Cornell, and all of those guys or whatever. I think Poets from the Tragically Hip has one line. It's like, don't tell me how the universe gets altered when you find out how he gets paid.
Love that one.
And you know, like 23, 24 years later since Phantom Power came out,
Yeah.
it's like, you know what? Kind of holding a bit of a new meaning these days, brother. So I think I never really thought about my favorite lyric at all because, like, in my eyes, I hadn't written it yet.
Yeah.
But I think if I have to like quick thought, first thing that pops in my head, don't tell me how the universe gets altered when you find out how he gets paid.
paid.
I'm like, that's
Sweet.
yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this because I saw the videos.
Yeah.
You're a three-piece band.
Yeah.
First thought when I say keyboard players.
Derek Sherinian.
Okay, cool.
Or actually, because like I'm a big fan of the Wallflowers as well, and like
Okay.
I've been.
I was gonna say I play keyboards if ever you guys need. I'm just saying, you know.
I'm always debating. No, but he plays for the Foo Fighters now. But Rami Jaffe,
Yeah. Yeah.
monster keyboard player. But
sure.
like no, when I think keyboard players, it's just like, you know, like it's
Because rock is always a bit special with keyboards, right? It's
not everybody's John Lord
yeah, exactly.
or the dude from Yes, I forgot his name, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you know, there's I think
You know, or Stakes or whatever.
You know, but even at that, like you take somebody like I don't know, like David Page from Toto,
Toto, yeah.
right? Like he's virtually like
It's the god. I saw Toto
one
live.
of the only guys, right? And it's just like, man, it took me forever to.
The keyboard part. Yeah, I know that G minor, right?
F minor.
Oh, you're
F
not
sharp
minor.
minor.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love that song. So okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, David, I love David Page. By the way. I saw Total live and they're phenomenal. Now I saw them like a couple of years ago. All right, best front person of all time. Pick one. Yeah, loaded question.
You got good ones, man. Man, I'm gonna take the easy one on that one. And just go with the biased opinion, Steven Tyler.
Okay, hey, works.
I have to. I like.
He is though.
It's.
I'm not saying he's the best of all time, but he's up there. He's
Well,
on the
it's
list.
just. See all the loaded questions, right? Like it's so complex to really go like who stands up there as a great frontman. And it's like, and it's fucked up because in some retrospect, they're all great frontmen.
They are.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
Like
I've always said you can't pick. There's no best guitar player.
no,
Because there is no best
No.
guitar. There's no
No.
best singer. There's
No.
none of it. It
No.
depends. So many factors. Mood, age,
it's okay.
time.
You said it right there, like best singer, right? Like best rock vocalist, right? It's like, look, when I think of like Steven Tyler, right? I think of a guy who like overall, like for the last 50 years, you've been the demon of screaming.
Yeah.
At no point like he might be like what 74, 76 right now or whatever. You go see Aerosmith.
Still
It's
doing
not like wow he sings really well. It's like motherfucker still Steven Tyler.
He's still.
Like Mike Stan.
I saw them live.
It's all.
I was
Four
turned on to
times.
them.
Dude.
I was turned on to them because I went to see Motley Crue. I was a Crue fan. I left that concert saying, "Okay, let me never go see Motley Crue again."
Oh, was it the All Root of Evil? Like about 10 years ago?
Double bill.
About
Yeah,
10 years
about
ago?
10 years ago. And
And
I
they
walked out
had
of
nothing.
there.
They had nothing. No pyro, no lights. There was stage lights and half the stage.
I left
They
with.
destroyed it.
I went to buy every Aerosmith album possible
Yeah, dude,
because
it's-
when I
it-
saw
it just
Steven
goes,
Tyler,
it just goes nuts, man.
Wow.
It's insane.
dude,
insane.
I gotta give. I'm getting the time cues because we're passing our time on this thing. But
I'll come back for a part 2. I don't care.
are you gonna come back for a part
I'll
2?
come back for a part 2 anytime you want, man.
I
Any fucking time.
freaking
Anytime.
love it.
Anytime you want, man.
Can you play me out while I do my closing? So, thank you for coming on to Sessions with Stef. Guys, thank you so much. This has been a blast. Ray, I really want to thank you for coming on.
My pleasure.
You sound great. You play great. I love what you're doing. Guys, Vinyl Hero, amazing band. Check them out on YouTube. Anywhere, listen to them. Anywhere music is streamed. They sound great. Their videos are great. You can tell how amazing the band must be. And let me tell you, your bass player's got a really unique sound. I love it. Drummer too's
We
got a
worked
really
really
good.
hard on this.
The sound is very unique, and I love it. It's hard. It's punchy. It's really good stuff. Check out Vinyl Hero. Is there any gigs upcoming?
For Vinyl Hero, we're kicking off our fall tour.
Okay.
Or end of summer stint, whatever you want to call it. So we got a handful of dates in Ontario.
Sweet.
We got September 2nd in Ottawa, September 3rd in Montreal.
Where?
We're doing Le Ministère on September 3rd.
Ah, nice.
Sweet.
We're the first of 4 bands, and a couple of them are from Ontario as well. So
Check it out, guys.
September 9th, Oshawa. September 10th, Kingston, our second hometown at this point.
Great.
September 22nd, we're back in Montreal at Turbo House. And
Okay.
we're closing the night as well.
Great.
And October 7th in Sherbrooke at the Le Murdoch.
Love it.
Le Murdoch? Yeah, Le Murdoch. And
Yeah.
Ray Howard on Instagram, or Vinyl Hero, or The Ray Howard on Instagram.
Love it.
Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube of Vinyl Hero. Find this everywhere. Everywhere.
Amazing.
We're always playing bar gigs. I'm doing Chateauguay on Friday. I'm doing
Cool.
Prince Arthur Orchard on Friday in Chateauguay, and then Saturday at Prince Arthur Orchard.
Amazing.
2 different drummers, different people, different show. I'm gonna mess with everybody. It's
Great.
great.
Guys,
Might even play like the country version of the Family Guy theme song.
sweet. Guys, check it out. Of course, you can tell how amazing they are. Again, thank you for coming
Thank you
on.
for having
We
me,
will
man.
definitely have you. We're going to post all your stuff. Whatever comes out, we're going to
Thank you.
post it. So anyone watching Sessions with Stef can follow you guys as well. Lisa
Sessions
French.
with Stef. Look at
yes,
this man. He's
guys,
handsome
come on.
and he's fun.
Oh, handsome. I don't know about that one, but whatever. Thank you. You're coming on next week and the week after. Yes. Every
Got a house
time.
kick, yeah.
Yeah. Guys, let's talk it out with Lisa and Francesca. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for
Thank you.
helping us and doing all the stuff you guys do in the Vine.
Thank
And
you.
I'm Sessions with Stef. Guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe. You want to sponsor us, it would be our greatest pleasure. Subscribe, like, share, watch the videos. Comment, leave comments. Let me know what's good. Let me know what's not good. I love it. Thank you very much, guys. And Sessions with Stef is now done.